All right, time stamped. We have 3:05. Let me go ahead and time stamp it. I'll remember 3:05. All right. I hope all is well with you, and I hope that this session brings you clarity, confirmation, and understanding. All right. Okay. We're going to start off with an overall directional message. Some of you are terrified in the collective about starting new relationships. You're terrified about being more open to new energies, unfamiliar. I know some of you in the collective are terrified because you recognize the pattern, and the pattern of attracting toxicity or attracting a false fulfillment that leads to, sadness. It leads you to question who you are and, what have you done wrong. And it's just more so of really understanding why you're attracting. Some of you, it could be abandonment issues. And some of you in the collective, it could literally be, the need for affection. And some of you in the collective, you know, based off of what you've been through up to this point, you are terrified of starting over. You're terrified of experiencing anew. Okay. I want you to know that you are not alone. Okay. You're not alone. All right. There's more than 10 of you in the collective that are feeling alone. And um, when you are only in the company of yourself, you know, what we think we need for fulfillment to fill that space so that we don't feel alone. It's kind of like, say you want company, and then you put forth the action and you establish where you're no longer alone and you're being accompanied by a person. And as you are in the company of someone else, you realize that's not what you true that it's like what you thought was fulfillment is not fulfillment. So some of you are just literally just you're no longer putting in the effort because it's like you're disappointing yourself. But in reality, you really haven't identified what the true the I want to say nature, then I want to say the root of it. And it's not that, it's just, you know, your true self is being is imprisoned. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna say it. In the collective, we have a majority, right? A majority of individuals that are imprisoning your own self. Okay. And it is scary when we try to, allow our true identity, our true selves to get that access to being free. And just 15 minutes of time, it just feels like, nah, it doesn't feel like a safe space. So some of you are terrified of being alone. Some of you are terrified of living again, breathing again. Um, so there could be anxiety, there could be depression. Um, for the most part, I am concerned, and my concern is I'm concerned that some of you in the collective are not going to understand that you're not alone. And I'm speaking from a spiritual aspect. Um, there's a lot of healing in the collective that needs to take place. A lot of healing that needs to take place. And in order for that healing to take place, there's going to be steps. Okay. There's going to be a routine that needs to take place. You're going to have to speak life into yourself. And speaking life into yourself is going to result you being uncomfortable. I'm not going to not disclaim that and hide that from you. You are going to be uncomfortable. The healing journey is not about, it's not all about, it is about the rainbow, because it's a promise that if you get through that healing process, there is fulfillment, there's growth. All right. But it's not, it's more, tornadoes and tsunamis and dark clouds and storms and hail and all the things that you have to prepare for. And when you're not prepared, it's a disaster. All right. Some of you, a part of you, you know, hasn't fallen off, but some of you, you lost a part of you and you're trying to find it and you're being asked not to find it. It will find you. That part of you that ran away, it will come back to you. All right. What is the message for that channel message for my collective earth, air, fire, and water signs, please? This one bent out the Queen of Cups. Okay. And it says, my love, it says you're feeling sensitive and intuitive, and you have attuned yourself to the emotional needs of others. As of late, you are open spiritually and are moved by the tragedy and beauty of life, never reacting with impatience or anger, always having a kind word for all, which is beautiful. So this is confirmation that there is a lot of you in the collective that are going to start your healing journey. So it's kind of like a pre-warning. It's to remind yourself that you are not alone when you have those moments where you don't feel like yourself, when it may feel like, um, I'll say this, you know how they say how you feel inside, it kind of reflects on the outside. So when you're not feeling like yourself and on the outside it feels like chaos, or it may feel like irritable, whether it's people, places, or things, it's like if it's people, it's kind of like the inside of you is reflecting, and you may feel like people are giving you a hard time, or it's just not your day, and it's just the energies are stagnant, they're really combative. But the fact that you're able to see the projection of you, um, you're able to decide how you're going to navigate your projection from inside. Okay. And it takes a very, very mature person to be able to navigate that. So we are the author on how we control our reactions. Okay. We can be the author of how we want to create our day, but we can't stop the unexpected. When the unexpected happens, we just have to be prepared. And I know that some of you in the collective may feel terrified. It's just kind of like it's like, and I want you to know that you're not alone. Okay. It's not only me that's here. Okay. There's the tarot world is so huge and so broad. And tarot is not the only tools that you have to utilize. Okay. There's counseling, there's journaling, you know, um, there's groups, there's organizations that you can, be a part of, participate in, so that you do not feel alone. And they also have, hotlines. They don't. All hotlines does not have to be about suicide or anything like that. There are hotlines where there's someone with an open ear willing to listen. Okay. Also, I believe there's some counseling services that also will provide, you know, um, verbal contact outside of your clinical hours that you have with your counselor. Give me an I am message from my collective, please. Oh, thank you for the like, my love. All right. I am message, please. We have belief. I love this. All right. Um, don't be terrified to stand on what you believe in. And we change. Today you may say I'm spiritual, and tomorrow you may say, you know what, I disagree. And that is okay. This is a non-biased space. All right. So whatever you believe in, stand on it, but also understand that your belief systems, you're going to modify them sometimes. You're definitely going to remove some. You're going to add some things that you agree and what you disagree with. All right. Um, I believe in the Most High. Okay, all that is. All right. But for the most part, um, ask for support. Ask, it's like you need to summons support and be very specific. Are you needing support and you needing someone to confide in? Are you needing support financially? Are you needing support, you know, um, work related? Are you needing some support with, um, you know, whatever's going on in the headspace? Um, it's being very direct, and I'm being guided to tell you when you summons for support, start off small. And I do want to do a disclaimer when it comes to peace. Be very specific if you're asking for peace, because God will make it to where the universe will align what the peace that you need at this time. And so, whatever you ask for, it's a lesson. So, you want to be mindful and be very specific on what kind of peace you're looking for. Is it peace in your family? Is it a peace of mind? Is it a peace with your interpersonal skills? Is it just peace from the loud noise? All right. For others of you, so basically, you need to speak life into your belief system. So your I am message is: I believe in myself, the beauty of life, and the goodness of God. Thus, I have the power to fulfill my dreams. The will of the Almighty supports me. My life is showered in divine light, and my heart is open to the power of the universe. That's your I am message. Belief. And it's making me, every time I say belief, it's making me, I feel like I'm saying believe. All right. For those of you who are in a room and you're on your device and you're watching the live and you're by yourself, I need you to build a relationship with your inner self. Your inner self, you are not alone. And as strong as I want to, encourage you, that when we are main focused on wanting some type of affection, be mindful of idolizing that affection. Because sometimes the enemy will pull it further and further away just to see how much you will sacrifice yourself for some type of, you know, space that needs to be filled so that you don't feel alone. You know how they say, I'm around a lot of people and I still feel alone? It's because you are not in oneness with yourself, a whole, a being. All right, what is the advice in pertaining to my collective of becoming whole with self? Thank you. Yeah, you're good. I don't know. This is conflict, the King of Pentacles. The advice is to remove all emotion. You need to go on your healing journey has to do with preparing you to no longer be affected by your emotions or things that can trigger your emotions. You're being asked to basically be stone cold hearted, not rude or mean to people, because the Queen of Cups here is a loving energy, and it's nurturing, but you also, intuitive. You have this psyche, all right? You're a natural, um, a love bug. It's just like, um, but when it comes to this King of Pentacles, it's just like whatever it is you're wanting and needing at this time, it requires you to have no type of feelings, none. Mm-mm. It's like even loving. It's like you're only allowed to love yourself, but you're not able to disperse that love, because if you do, it's kind of like whatever you work for is at stake. Okay. So for some of you, that's changing. You're not becoming bitter. You're becoming cold-hearted, and it's not the cold-hearted where you're bitch. No, it's not that. It's like you are being prepared for your own battle. Okay. To become whole. All right. What other messages do you have for? Let me pull the Goddess Oracle for you, my love. All right. I know we started this session at 3:05, at 3 minutes and 5 seconds, I believe. Yeah. The Goddess Oracle. Inner Goddess is coming in reverse. Yeah, for some of you, I don't think you recognize, some of you don't even look at yourself in the mirror. Have you really looked at yourself? But the fact that Inner Goddess is coming in reverse, it's the question is, do you know who you are? Okay. This is not I'm a God type of question. This is, do you know who you are? Do you really have a relationship with your soul? Some of you don't even want to go there because you're terrified. You're like, that's something I don't want to tap into. No one's telling you to do anything that's going to make you uncomfortable or anything that's going to torment you. Do you know who you are? Because if you knew who you are, you would never question moving forward a feeling that you're alone. You're getting ready to position yourself that when it's like you're going to position yourself to where your presence is going to be on demand. You know how people say, I w- what are the one when they ask celebrities and people who are famous, who have fame, the number one question, what would you trade? What is the first thing that you would trade? They literally would say, their space, you know, to be able to walk around where no one, where they would have their space. So it's kind of like, um, enjoy your space, because once it's occupied, what are you going to do? Oh, give me advice about this. Yeah, for some of you, you're going to awaken your goddess. There's the emotions, the King of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles. This looks good. Okay, you look good. When looking ahead, you look real good. But you know what's going to make you really look good and what makes you stand out? Because we do live in a small world. And those who are chosen, few are called and many are chosen. The day that you choose yourself, watch the shift. Watch the shift happen. I don't think you're ready. So being terrified for putting in the hard work, that's just an excuse. Because some of you are afraid of your own selves, of what you're capable of doing. It's kind of like opening up Pandora's box or opening up this red door that only you have the key to. So if you have the key, that means you are in control. You're being asked to stay focused. Pay attention to the details when it comes to yourself, and get to the root of, what can be replaced for the areas that you feel needs attention, where you feel someone else can make it better when you're being asked to make it better. Mm. Especially if anything is out of control. Um, if you're dealing with someone who's refusing to change at this time, you're being asked to focus on you for a change. Give me one more goddess oracle. Fine arts. Yeah, you need to do something that you love to do. All right. You need to focus on something that, talks to you. If you are not an artist, whether that's a poet, a painter, a musician, a vocalist, there's so many different forms of arts. If you guys can add some, you should put it in the comments. I don't think the comments box is open, but if it is, you know, express yourself through creative activities. Doesn't mean that you have to be the artist, okay? Doesn't mean that you have to be the creator when it comes to tapping into you. You can join, like I said, groups. You can go to concerts. You can go to, what do they do, those Rickies. I'm just giving you some ideas, some pointers. You know, there's no excuse when it comes to saying that you're alone. Some of you go volunteer. Volunteer doesn't always mean you have to deal with the homeless, okay? Because I feel like some of you are homeless inside. You're looking to feel like you belong. Others of you, you're lost because you feel like your dreams didn't come true because you didn't put in the work. It's never too late. It's never too late to time stamp your talent. Okay? It's never too late to time stamp your talent. Is what I'm being guided to tell you. All right. So whenever you feel terrified, whenever you feel intimidated, whenever you feel alone, you need to do an activity or be a part of an activity that express creativities, and you may activate some ideas. All right. And just a FYI, some readings on the podcast have been released. And just a FYI. I need to go get some marshmallows. That's what I want to go get. Some marshmallows. All right, we have expect a miracle. Yeah. This is confirmation that I have a lot of you in the collective where you have imprisoned yourself. Mm-hmm. And you are so terrified in, being open to the unexpected of good, this miracle. I need you to remove negative feelings. I need you to remove them. Remember that only love is real. The spirit has your back, and that's confirmation you are not alone. Miracles will occur naturally, and that's confirmation. A channel message that we received tonight was that a part of you you're trying to find will return to you once you stop trying to find that part of you. All right. Let me give you an angel guide message. Angel guide message for the viewer. You need to clear out some energies. Guardian angel, didn't I tell you you are not alone? I told you, you are not alone. For some of you, you may want to listen to Michael Jackson's song, You're Not Alone. Don't listen to the video, just listen to the audio. Okay. Guardian angels, or you can watch it. I mean, you can listen to, just don't watch any images. Just listen to the song, You Are Not Alone. All right, we have guardian angel here. Let's see what this message entitles. I should know these angel guide messages by heart by now. So much going on when you're intuitive spiritualist. It just keeps going and going and going. I'm going to learn these angel guide messages. But collective, this is what your angel guide message entails. It says you are independent, so you are an independent soul and often find yourself trying to do everything on your own. But know that even just a quick prayer to your guardian angel can take away some of that pressure. Your angel wants to hear more from you in order to support you fully. They must be invited to do so, but then no request is too much. Your angel guide was made for you and is dedicated to you. Take time today for an easy, informal conversation with them. Speak openly and in a heartfelt way about your life, any challenges you are facing, and anything you need help with. Through that conversation, their help will find its way to you. When you draw this card, they want you to know they are with you. Thank you. This is confirmation. You are not alone. Okay. I love you. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle. Until we meet again. And just a FYI, before we conclude, readings have been not updated, released on the SGL podcast. And I encourage you to download Spotify. You're not required to, but it would definitely get the podcast out there. And basically, it's your audio readings, your individual zodiac readings, as well as your collective. So it doesn't cost you anything because I don't charge for subscriptions. So download Spotify and then search SGL podcast and it shall pop up. If you don't want to do that route, just go to the About Me section here on YouTube, click the SGL podcast handle, or you can click one of the links in the description box. But keep in mind that the link in the description box is going to take you to that specific reading. Okay? All right. All right. Till we meet again. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle. And that love is gentle.